We are about to start, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a seat. Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Siva. I am advisor to TeAM. Thank you very much for coming here. We have a wonderful crowd again as usual. Lots more networking to do. I hope you enjoy the networking as well. Let me just quickly introduce our speaker. She's Kwee, Chok from Teak Capital, formerly also of Walden. I think she still manages some of the Walden stuff. You probably have read her profile already. She was a merchant banker with Arab Malaysian, and one of her ex-colleagues is here as well. Came to see his ex-boss, right? Kwee has invested in several companies. So those of you who were here last month, when Mark was here, Mark from Job Street was here, Kwee actually invested in Job Street as well. Okay. Now, for those of you who were here before, and there's so many familiar faces, but for the new ones, the way we do this is we talk about journeys. We had three entrepreneurs before this. We had Mark, and we had Malik from Radio BFM. Okay, we had Ganesh from MOL Friendster. So we had three entrepreneurs who came here and spoke about their entrepreneurial journey, about the pain, the success, the challenges, what they loved, and all of those things. Okay, and now we decided that we'll have a VC instead. Because very often, you hear about entrepreneurs, you don't hear about VCs. They are quite elusive species. And most entrepreneurs don't know what VCs do. So we thought, for a change, we'll have a VC come up here and talk about her journey. Talk about her experiences, her challenges, her successes, her failures, and so on. Okay? They have failures just like the rest of us as well. So that's why we have this event where we share experiences. We let Kwee speak for as long as she wants to speak. Normally it's about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And then you can ask questions. Okay, so once she finishes, you can ask questions about the industry, you can talk about her journey and so on. Okay? So let me just quickly pass it over to Kwee. Kwee is a very old friend of mine as well. I must also say that we've known each other since 2000, I think. And I actually did a deal with her where she invested in one of the companies that I was advising. Okay? So I made a chunk of money from Kwee as well.
We can always make more.
We can always make more. Okay. Alright. So let me just pass this over to Kwee. Kwee, over to you.
Thanks. Good evening, everyone. So I'm just going to speak. I haven't prepared anything, I thought something like this is good to just speak from the heart. How did I become a VC? Actually, I've been an investment banker for a long time, and have been offered to be a VC before I joined, 10 years before I joined. But I somehow felt I was enjoying my work, doing corporate finance, a lot of listings, a lot of M&A, restructuring, and all that. And the Malaysian market at that time was quite vibrant, and I was learning a lot. So I felt that I was happy doing corporate finance. But came 1999, the Walden was looking for a representative in Malaysia. So they've been looking for someone to head the Malaysian office for at least 18 months before that. And finally, the headhunter, actually, I know the chairman of Walden, Libu Tan, who happened to be a Malaysian as well. So every time he comes to Malaysia, he always invite me for breakfast, and we always chat about, he will always tell me about what's the VC scene in Silicon Valley, and I was like, trying to tell him what's happening in Malaysia. So we've been meeting on and off for a few years. And then when 1999 came, I knew he was looking for someone to head. Actually, I didn't really know that. The headhunter came and talked to me and said, "Look, would you like to come and join Walden?" And I said, "No, I don't think so. I'm not interested at all, And then Libu was in town, and he said, "Come, baby, let's come for tea, And the headhunter was there, and before I knew it, he sort of convinced me to join the VC. And of course, it was a time, all of you know, 2000 is the change of the millennium, and everybody's looking for something new to do and all that. And I thought, okay, why not have a change? I've done enough of corporate finance and listed more than 100 companies, more than 120 companies, you know. And so I've done a lot of the big deals and all that. I thought, and of course, as head of corporate finance, my responsibilities will be coming to more and more, you know. In Malaysia, if there's any of my staff do something wrong, they catch the head of CF together with the CEO, you know, because we are the ones that sign the documents. So the penalty could be like 3 million fine, 10 million fine, or 3 years jail, or something like that. So I said, look, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life in jail, you know. But decided to make a change and okay, be a VC. But I always wanted to be a VC because I always want to work with entrepreneurs. I felt that that's what when Lipu says, I say, yeah, Lipu, I like to work with entrepreneurs, to build companies, I like to work with them. And so okay, I said, okay, why not have a change? So, but he was very patient. He waited 6 months for me to join, and when I joined was in 2000. Of course, there was a lot of hype at that time, you know, the .com and all that and everything. I think that's when I met Siva, you know, doing a lot of seminars together, and everybody was investing in .coms and all that. So of course, luckily we didn't really get burnt in many of these .coms. I only invested in Job Street, and we did quite well in that. And usually at that time when the investments are coming from a corporate finance background, obviously I'm more financial, you know. But it didn't worry me because I'm one of those who will always, I'm quite inquisitive, meaning that if I don't know something, I will go and learn about it. So of course a lot of you entrepreneurs out there always feel the VCs have no technical knowledge. Yes, it's impossible for VC to be very technical because we invest in software, semiconductor, mobile, you know, communications and all that. There are a lot of sectors we invest in. It's just impossible for me to specialize in any particular industry. But the important thing I always tell people is knowing how to ask the questions is more important than knowing the answers. So I quite often when I meet people, I tend to keep asking questions. I think some entrepreneurs feel a little bit taken aback by it. But I said, so they always say, why are you asking questions, right? But if you don't ask questions, you wouldn't know what's happening. So I feel that asking questions is very important. So although I don't know the technology, I find that whenever I invest in something, I will read it out. I mean, it will never be the same level of depth as you guys who are doing it, you know. So I will do a lot of reading. So one of the things I feel is that it's so important if you want to be a VC, you know, you must love to acquire knowledge, you know. So I always feel if you're VC and you don't go out and read and know what's happening around you, I think you'll never be a good VC. So anyway, when I joined Walden in 2000, their fund they set up in almost 99. There's a BI Walden Ventures Ketiga, their third fund, and I came in and took over and managed the fund. And at the same time, I was the Malaysian representative. So I was lucky. I was one of the partners in Walden International. So I get involved with investments for the whole Walden group. And Walden have offices in, of course, the head office is in San Francisco. Then they have office in Palo Alto. Then we have in China, in Taiwan, in India, in Philippines, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Malaysia. So I mean, I was very fortunate because when I joined, I was exposed to how VCs operate in all these countries. So, and because I was one of the partners, so I get involved in all the discussions when they make a deal, what they look for, and how they help the companies to